It's a Manchester fiesta. Yo, we're ready for party now the early morning. We are on this one. Ready? I will do them, I mean no, I will do them. I will do them, I mean no, I will do them. I will do them, I mean no, I will do them. I want to chop the man. The war get ugly, so me kill them at the like Bulby. And I just not talk them a junkie.
From the streets of Kingston, Jamaica, to playlists around the world, Vybz Kartel has earned the title of World Boss. Loved, controversial, and unfiltered, Kartel's music and influence have left a lasting impact not only on dancehall, but on global music culture. Today we dive deep into the life, rise, and legacy of Vybz Kartel, an artist whose story goes beyond music, shaping a culture and sparking debate worldwide. Vybz Kartel was born Adidja Azim Palmer on January 7, 1976 in Kingston, Jamaica. Growing up in Portmore, he was exposed to a tough environment that shaped his experiences and gave him a gritty edge. From an early age, he developed a love for music, admiring artists like Buju Banton and Ninja Man, and quickly decided he wanted to be part of the dancehall world. Starting under different stage names, young Adidja made his way into music through various channels before he became known as Vybz Kartel. One of his earliest songs, Love Fat Woman, performed under the stage name Adi Banton, was released in the early 90s. But it wasn't until he adopted the name Vybz Kartel and released songs like Tech Buddy that he began catching the attention of local listeners. With gritty lyrics, a sharp sense of rhythm, and an undeniable charisma, Kartel quickly set himself apart. By the late 90s and early 2000s, he was well on his way to becoming a significant figure in Jamaican dancehall music. Vybz Kartel's rise to fame was fueled by his unique sound and provocative lyrics. Known for his storytelling and controversial themes, Kartel explored topics that resonated with everyday life in Jamaica. His music wasn't just about beats and rhythms, it was about stories, culture, and street life. Kartel's songs Clarks, Romping Shop, and Fever became massive hits, each cementing his position as a key player in dancehall. Clarks, an ode to the iconic British shoe brand, sparked a wave of popularity in Jamaica and abroad, showcasing Kartel's influence on style and lifestyle. Romping Shop, his collaboration with Spice, pushed boundaries further. Its risque lyrics stirred controversy, but also showed Kartel's willingness to challenge norms, helping dancehall capture an even larger global audience. Kartel's artistry was marked not only by his voice, but by his collaborations and feuds. His partnership with artists like Popcaan helped bring younger talent into the spotlight. However, one of the most defining parts of his career was his rivalry with Mavado, a competition that divided dancehall fans into two camps, Gaza and Gully.
After over 1 year of an intense feud between dancehall rival groups Gaza and Gully, the 2009 staging of West Kingston's Jamboree brought this historical moment.
The Gaza-Gully feud became one of the most talked about rivalries in Jamaica. The Gaza faction, Kartel's followers, saw him as a symbol of rebellion and resistance, while Gully, led by Mavado, represented a different facet of dancehall. Despite the rivalry, the clash pushed both artists to new heights, expanding dancehall's influence and sparking a cultural movement. Vybz Kartel's impact goes beyond his lyrics. His style, with bleached skin and tattoos, broke norms in dancehall, challenging what was traditionally acceptable in Jamaican culture. He set trends, from his outspoken embrace of skin bleaching to his fashion choices, sparking discussions about identity and self-expression. His influence created a movement called Gaza Nation. Fans saw him as more than an artist. They saw him as a voice representing the struggles and triumphs of Jamaica's youth. His loyal fan base, both in Jamaica and internationally, idolized him, and his reach extended to youth across Caribbean communities in the United States, the UK, and Canada. From street fashion to language, Kartel left his mark, popularizing Jamaican patois phrases and expressions. His influence on modern dancehall is undeniable, and many current artists such as Popcaan, Alkaline, and Spice credit Kartel as a major influence. Popcaan, once a member of Kartel's Portmore empire, has spoken highly of the influence Kartel had on his career. Through his label, Kartel nurtured young talent, leaving a lasting impact on dancehall's next generation. While Vybz Kartel's influence was expanding, his life took a dramatic turn in 2011. He was arrested and in 2014, convicted for the murder of Clive "Lizard" Williams. The case gripped Jamaica and was highly publicized, sparking debates about justice, influence, and the power of celebrity. Despite the conviction and a life sentence, Kartel has maintained his innocence and fought tirelessly for an appeal. The case was controversial, with allegations of tampered evidence and questions around the handling of the trial. As of now, Kartel remains behind bars, with ongoing legal battles to secure his freedom. Even from behind bars, Kartel's influence has not faded. Known as the World Boss, he continues to release music, thanks to an impressive backlog of unreleased tracks. His songs still dominate charts, and his impact on dancehall's global reach is profound. Despite his imprisonment, Kartel's legacy lives on through his music and the artists he influenced. His contributions to dancehall are seen in the global popularity of reggae festivals, dancehall-inspired fashion, and the proliferation of Jamaican culture through music. Artists worldwide, from Drake to Rihanna, have cited dancehall as an influence, with Kartel's name frequently mentioned among those who pushed the genre forward. Jamaican culture, language, and lifestyle have reached far beyond the island, and Kartel has played an instrumental role in bringing this unique culture to an international audience. From his hits like Clark's to more recent releases, he remains a dominant figure whose impact cannot be erased. The future of Vybz Kartel remained uncertain. With appeals still in process, he continued to fight for his freedom. His fans eagerly await each update, hoping that the world boss will one day walk free and return to the music scene he helped shape. Vybz Kartel's journey is a tale of ambition, talent, controversy, and influence. While some see him as a hero and others as a cautionary figure, there's no denying his impact on music and culture. He is, in every sense, a voice that speaks to Jamaica's soul and its struggles. Vybz Kartel's freedom is a new chapter in Jamaican music history. What do you think his legacy will be? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about the legends and culture that shape Jamaica. Long live the world boss. Welcome home, Kartel. After nearly 13 long years, the day finally arrived when Vybz Kartel walked free. His fans gathered in droves outside the prison, barely able to contain their excitement. Some had waited hours just for a glimpse, and as he stepped out of the prison doors, cheers erupted. It was a moment Jamaica had been waiting for, a moment many thought might never come. But after years behind bars, Kartel's appearance had changed. A shadow of the vibrant performer they once knew, he bore the visible signs of a hard journey. Diagnosed with Graves' disease, his condition had taken a toll, and his face showed the symptoms that come with it. But in the eyes of his fans, the world boss was still the same icon they'd looked up to, a figure who had somehow kept going against the odds. Outside those prison gates, emotions ran high. Some fans were in tears, overwhelmed to see their idol in the flesh. Chants of "Gaza, Gaza" echoed through the crowd as supporters held up banners welcoming him back, calling him the real king of dancehall. For these fans, it didn't matter how much Kartel had changed on the outside. His spirit, his music, and his influence remained intact. Across Jamaica, the celebrations didn't stop at the prison gates. Street parties erupted in Kingston, Montego Bay, Portmore, and beyond, with fans playing his music, dancing, and toasting to his freedom. It was more than just a welcome home. It was a celebration of resilience, of a legend who had come through an incredible journey. And while some welcomed him with open arms, opinions across Jamaica were divided. To many, Vybz Kartel represented hope, talent, and authenticity, a true voice of the streets. But not everyone felt the same. Among the celebrations were voices of concern, with critics questioning the message Kartel's release would send to younger generations. Some Jamaicans, concerned about his past controversies, saw his freedom as bittersweet, expressing caution and even disappointment. Journalists reporting on the street, reporter interviewing people at a celebration, news coverage of a street event. Kartel's freedom is a moment in Jamaican history that can't be ignored. But we have to ask ourselves, what does this mean for our youth, for the culture, and for the future of dancehall? His influence is undeniable, but so are the complexities of his journey. Despite the mixed reception, Kartel wasn't about to let opinions define his new chapter. Reconnecting with friends and family, Kartel began to embrace life outside the prison walls, and as he navigated the world anew, he seemed determined to live life on his own terms, carefree and unrestrained. While some saw him as a polarizing figure, his dedication to his music, his roots, and his fans remained unbroken. Rumors swirled of an album in the works, of collaborations with both local and international artists, and of plans to use his platform to uplift others. Kartel had entered a new chapter, one where he could redefine himself outside the prison walls and find joy in the simpler moments of life. His life now seemed to balance celebration with reflection. A man who had weathered storms, faced hardship, and come through on the other side, Kartel was back in the place he loved most, Jamaica. The weight of his journey was clear, but so was his resilience. With a renewed sense of freedom, he had one goal in mind: to keep creating, keep performing, and keep living as only he knew how. The journey of Vybz Kartel is one of fame, challenge, and undeniable influence. From the heights of dancehall stardom to the lows of incarceration, he remains one of Jamaica's most complex and compelling figures. As he steps back into the world, one thing is certain: Vybz Kartel's story is far from over.